Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How are you today? Well, I purchased a hydroponic growing system. I got this off of Amazon, and the link will be in the description box below, okay? I'm growing Roma tomatoes, gourmet blend lettuce, spinach, and Hungarian peppers right now. I just got this in the mail today. I ordered it last night, if you can believe that. So all in all, it took me about a half an hour to set this up and to get the seeds planted. And I'm so excited. I really am. You know, this was the easiest thing I think I've ever done when it comes to gardening. You know, but I really wanted to show you guys this because you guys know that I love to garden, and it's getting harder and harder for me, honestly, to get outside in the greenhouses because of my back. So this thing is just amazing, okay? You know, if you're wanting to garden, okay, because I know I hear it all the time. I can't garden because I live in an apartment. I can't garden because I don't have a yard. I can't garden because I live with someone. Well, here you go. I set this up in my kitchen, okay? Look, look, look. It's sitting next to my bread maker and my pressure cooker, my pressure canner, guys. Okay? See? And this, here, I'll show you. See this little knob thing right here? You can turn this, and the grow light, you can raise it, okay? And it goes all the way up. So you can grow plants for up to, I think it's 15 inches high, I believe. So, you know, I mean, this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys. So here is an alternative, okay, for those of us that live in very small spaces and we don't feel comfortable with container growing on our balconies or whatever the case may be. I did this because I can't do it anymore. My back, it won't allow me, right? So I have my herb garden out front, and here is my hydroponic growing system. Okay, so the link's in the description box below, guys. All right, it's awesome. I love it. I'm so excited. All right, and Penelope, she's excited too, aren't you, girl? Yes, yes. So this is just another way of prepping and gardening, right? All right, let's get on with the show, right? Okay, so now grab your coffee, right? Maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it, okay? So, I'm just trying to help everyone in our community with trying to find substitutions to our problems that we're finding when it comes to prepping, right? Like gardening. You guys know that I'm a gardener, right? But you guys also know that I'm disabled. I can't do it anymore with my back. I really can't. So I am definitely going to be buying a few more of those. I really am. It's so neat. It really is. So speaking of substitutions, here we go. A subscriber got a hold of me, and she's like, I was watching your video the other day, and you were talking about the great tips on substitutions. She said, well, here are some yeast substitutions. Now, I did a video about, you know, today about making bread, right? Well, sourdough, okay? Mary's Nest on YouTube has fantastic videos to help someone who hasn't tried it. She also has excellent videos on building your pantry. Okay, that's awesome. Potato yeast. City prepping on YouTube has a video on how to create a sourdough type yeast for bread. This is super old school, Great Depression era baking. Oh, okay, awesome. Amish bread. The bread that grows and continues forever. I've never sought it out, but I'm sure there are videos on YouTube on how to make it. I had some once and was making 2 loaves of bread a day and didn't know what to do to stop. Pop in the fridge, duh. That's what I do with all my bread. It's in the fridge. Beer bread. Has a few ingredients, making it easy to gather ingredients. I haven't seen price increases on beer. Can you imagine the mayhem? I know, right? Once beer prices rise, then even the unbelievers will know we're in SHTF situation. Naturally fermented bread. Yeast is made with flours, fruit, and veggies, probably similar to the potato yeast methods, but with more options. There is a book by this same name by Paul Barker that may be useful. Okay. Raisins and grapes. Glenn and Friends Cooking on YouTube has a video on making and using grapes and or raisins to make yeast in a traditional method for bread. Raisins are probably something many preppers have in their pantry. Yeah, I have a lot of raisins. The kids like them. For quick, portable, and storable energy, among other reasons. Hope this helps someone out there. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I love you. This was amazing. Okay. Wow. Really great substitutions. Really great. Okay. So this subscriber said, I'm adding an idea on preps. I'm all ears. I've started to put a date on most used items, laundry products, personal products, etc. When I start with a new product, I put the date I started it, and then I see how long it lasts. Yeah, okay. I like that idea. That way, I can determine how many I will need for a year's supply. Shut the front door. That's amazing. Or for how many years you would want to add. Just wanted to let you know how I do it. Thanks for getting the word out and letting us tell you our way of doing things. You're the best. No, babe, you're the best. Oh my gosh, this is brilliant. See, when you guys email me and you guys give me your ideas, this is how we grow together as a community. When we bounce ideas off of each other, this is awesome. See? Wow. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. So, this subscriber, she said, I live in Pennsylvania. I have a lot of family in Pennsylvania. I miss Pennsylvania. I do. She said, and the area I'm in, we can't put plants in the ground until the first part of June. So now is the time I will be getting ready to start some of my seedlings. Here's a peek at the seeds I have acquired so far. When I find seeds, I want to grab multiple packs, so I have enough for a few years. I have about 3 years worth of seeds, something like that. Yeah. And then I store them in an ammo can as it is water and airtight. Oh, that's a really good idea. I have an ammo can. It's Andrew's. Yeah. I pop a few silica packs in there as precaution. I found this method of storage for seeds while researching online. Thought it was pretty ingenious to keep them all together and make it much easier to store them all. I love you and your channel. Well, honey, I love you. Stay strong and keep prepping, everyone. That's awesome sauce. Thank you. I love it, love it, love it. So here are her pictures of all of her amazingly beautiful seeds and how she stores them. Oh my gosh, girl, you go. Okay, so there is apparently a recall on pancake mix sold at Walmart's. Kroger recalled over contamination. So expect maple syrup, bacon, and sausage to be recalled or stolen next. Can't have elite bunker buddies murdering us without a hearty breakfast. What? Oh my God, that's terrible. Do you know what brands? Because this is the first I'm hearing of this. Lord. All right. So, commercial break, guys. Yeah. So this subscriber, she got a hold of me and she said, so like all of us ladies and gents in our community, our family has been getting our medical supplies. I have a few resources that I have had amazing results with. I have a few resources that I go to for my first aid supplies as well. Firstaidsupplies.com, I believe is the website. Stormy, no, stop it. She said, like always, do your research, but this is what I am doing. Stormy, stop it. Refugemedical.com, okay, I'll put that link in the description box below, is a really great family-owned business. They have Bear Independent on YouTube. Oh, okay. I went to their website and got a personal IFAK. They also do the Stop the Bleed classes and have a store that sells medical supplies. The things are getting hard to source, so they just stock up because all the supplies are going to war efforts. Okay. One of the things everyone must have is a good Cat 7 tourniquet, maybe a few. They teach people how to use them and have saved many lives to date with their medical kits. I'm saving up for their training. Oh, okay. Tractor Supply has many medications that you can get for your pets. Yes, I know. So does Rural King. I recently had an eye infection and looked up my prescription for Tobrex, T-O-B-R-E-X. The Tractor Supply has the same ingredients for pet use only, wink, wink. They also have sterile needles and injectable penicillin for animals, horses, goats, and other animals that may come down with the crud. These things need training, and I wouldn't use them unless I had a nurse or a vet. But what if these things are not available for anyone? If you have to use injections, please get training on how to properly use these tools, as injection into the bloodstream could result in loss of life. Yes, it's true. Proper training is a must for anyone using these tools. Yeah, I give my dogs and cats their own inoculations, and I learned how to do that. So I know, and that's the one time of the year that they hate. I know. So, but listen, it saves me a lot of money, so, and I get everything at Rural King. Hi, son. She said, Jase, Jase, and I've left that link in the description box below before, but I'll do it again, is Jase Medical is also another, will you stop, good resource for antibiotics for people. I just received 5 antibiotics for emergency use prescribed by a medical doctor online. They ship really fast. Will you quit? Over the counter are must-haves for your family for diaper rash. My nurse told me it is probably yeast. So if the normal cream doesn't work, use clomitrazole, clomitrozol cream, which is used for jock itch topically. Well, thank you for that. You don't get that, do you, Stormy? Do not insert. Baking soda can be diluted and used on bee stings or as an eye wash. For wasp stings, I don't know what his problem is. Use vinegar because it is basic. For burns that are not open, you can use diluted lavender essential oil in room temperature water. It should prevent the burn from getting worse. As a burn victim, I also keep on hand silver ointment for topical burn care to prevent infections. Remember that burns can lead to severe infections, so treat them early and keep them clean and covered. For parasites and chronic diseases such as cancer, asthma, etc. If you can get tested for parasites now, do so. You can have your feces tested. Really. There are anti-parasitic tablets, pumpkin seeds, garlic, turmeric, etc. What cleared my asthma was drinking a gallon of solution of food-grade diatomaceous earth. Really? Just a pinch goes a long way. My asthma was caused by a stomach parasite. It will kill everything not good in the body. Don't overdo it. Make sure you have Pedialyte because it can be dehydrating. Also, bentonite clay is another good thing to have on hand for pretty much everything. Essential oils are a must, of course. Tea is another great prep for health. We may not be able to make it to the store, so have your tea ready to go. Resources like books on natural healing, macrobiotics, really Stormy, and even medical books on how to do surgery will be a must for all of us. Yes, I was emailing out everyone who asked about the medical PDFs that I had. I was emailing those out the other day. Our herb garden will replace the drugstore, so please study up on medicinal herbs and get them growing. Love y'all. Yeah, I also have the PDFs for the herbal books, so if you guys want those, just email me and I will get those out to you right away. Okay. She also said this and sent me these pictures. After getting a piece of something nasty in my eye, I went to Safeway and got these eye wash kits, which comes with a contoured eye cup with saline solution for washing out debris in the eye. They also have a Similasan, Similasan, complete eye relief drops with eye bright and silver sulfate for treating the infection. It's a homeopathic treatment, and I have used this several times, and it works as well as Tobrix antibiotic drops. I'm also including my IFAK from Refuge Medical Supply. It's awesome. Cat 7 tourniquets are supplied at refugemedical.com. Okay, so, all right, so that's what she's talking about. So here's the pictures of what she was just talking about. Okay, so this subscriber, she got a hold of me, okay, and you guys know to always go to the description box below for links, right? Because she gave me a link, and she said, as I sit here and I watch YouTube this morning, it is flooded with videos on food shortages, not just on our local levels, but global levels. Yeah, I know. I have been seeing them myself. And I talk about it myself, you know, but I'm trying to be more positive and show you guys, you know, what to do, how to, you know, become more self-sustainable with gardens and making your own breads and things like that, you know what I mean? And I just hope that it's working. I hope that you guys can see, you know, how easy it is, you know, to do these things. The way that I see it, honestly, if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? Especially with all of my disabilities. If I can do it, you can do it, you know? She goes on to say, finally, after all of what we have known for a very long time has come to light, and large governments have come forward, including our own, recognizing that this is going to be a global issue for the very near future. Yeah, it is. And when Potato came out the other day and said it, I was just like, finally, you know, you know, he finally, but it's almost like, you know, we've known about this for how long, right? And then when he finally comes out and says it, it's like now everybody else is finally going to know, you know, are they finally going to see what's really going on? But they had to wait for it to come out of his mouth for some reason, you know. But now it's going to be worse. Food shortages are going to be worse in the stores now. Why? Because he opened his mouth and everybody else is now going to start to listen, right? But they didn't learn it from us because they would never listen to us. Why? Because we were always the crazy people, right? We're not the crazy ones. Nay, we're not the crazy people. They're the crazy ones because they waited for it to come out of dementia's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes you just want to just throw in the white towel and say, I am done. You literally waited for those words to come out of that man's mouth when you should have been listening to people like me and people like your family members. You should have been listening to them. They've been telling you for years to stock up. Are you serious right now? But I'll shut up. All right. You're going to listen to that mashed potato in office. Okay. You know, so now the panic buying is going to get even worse. Now the shortages are going to get even worse. So when we have to go to the store, guess what? We're not going to be able to find anything. So now is the time to be able to find substitutions. Now is the time to really buckle down with our preps, okay? One of you guys had sent me a link to a wheat berry grinder, and it was $35. So I'm going to be buying that with my next paycheck. I'm going to start buying wheat berries. I realize that the price of wheat berries has skyrocketed, but listen, if I can't get my hands on flour, I'm going to have to do what I have to do. We're all going to have to do what we have to do in order to become more self-sustainable so we can feed our families. Do I have to repeat myself? We're all going to have to become more self-sustainable so we can feed our families. We're going to have to do what we have to do. Okay? So, and even Trish has told you, okay? Matter of fact, go over to her channel. Okay? Subscribe to her channel. She gives it to them, to the elites. She don't care. She's like me, but she's worse. She calls them out by name. At least I give them nicknames. You know what I mean? So, but when we are telling you certain things, please listen. Okay? There's a lot of us out there in YouTube land that are literally telling you the truth. We don't sugarcoat nothing. Why? We don't have the time to beat around the bush. Okay? So, she goes on to say, not to say that it isn't already, but it will get much, much worse. Putin and Potato have come forth among many others, finally recognizing this publicly. They actually said it, finally. Yeah, but for some reason, it took them all this time to finally say, yeah, we got food shortages. It's like, seriously, dude? Seriously? Come on, man. You want to just smack them across the face and say, come on, man. But then again, these guys, they don't go to the grocery store like we do. Mm-mm. They don't get to see firsthand what we see. So she says, for those still on the fence, I ask you to do this one favor for me. The next time your child, family, or friend tells you they're hungry and asks you what's for dinner, or tells you they need food, hold off a little and giving them their food. See how agitated and upset they get. Oh, shite. Can you imagine this on a larger scale, day after day, month after month, not getting their caloric intake? Girl, how long have I been saying this? How long have we all been saying this? I know you're upset. I get how upset. Wait, I know how upset I get. Okay, my bad. When I've missed a few meals because I'm working and can't pull myself away to eat. Hey, listen, I get like that every single day. Sometimes I'm so busy, I literally forget to eat. Did you ever get like that? A child cannot comprehend anything past a few minutes and their needs must be met. Yeah. Especially someone like my Dominic, who's 7 years old, who has Williams syndrome. Okay? And they have dietary needs that must be met, that cannot stray from that dietary need. Otherwise, they literally, and I'm going to be upfront and honest with you, they regurgitate bad. So believe me when I say, I understand every word that she has typed in this email, okay? Please try this and let us know how it works. Oh girl, is this a challenge? I think those who are still holding off, this is the catalyst that you will need to see in order to put things in gear. As preppers, we always say at least a month, then 3 months, then a year. As I sit here this morning inside of my head, I keep thinking, I want to know how long can we truly go without eating. Oh, shit. 72 hours without food. No, my bad. 72 hours without water and what is it? Oh, my brain just went poof. 10 days without food. 30 days without food. My brain literally, yeah, mom brain, because I was talking about Dominic. Darn it. Where is the research and what does the guidelines say for starvation? We always use the word hungry when we're talking about prepping. We don't want our families to go hungry. We don't want our neighbors to go hungry. And the real word we should be using is starving. Starvation is a real thing. Yeah, just look at third world countries, man. Remember back in the 80s with National Geographic, okay? And you see the little kids and they're real skinny, but they had those bellies that extended out really bad. That's what starvation looks like. We have been fortunate enough not to experience this firsthand, but having said this, this is happening in our country. Those people who were hungry before are going to be starving tomorrow. I have attached a few articles for you to see what I have been researching. 3 months is the bare minimum we should be prepping. Yes, baby, yes. No more 1 month after reading this article. 3 months per person should be the new baseline for all preppers. If you have not put anything back, I urge everyone to please go to the store, start putting up food. No time to ponder this. Don't be picky. Get shelf-stable foods. All good tastes good when you are starving. Please be an advocate for yourselves. Starvation is at our doorsteps. But we have not had a knock at the door yet. It is coming. Once some of the world's superpowers are mentioning it on television openly and discussing what is coming down the pipeline for all of the world to experience, it is time to get serious. We have been labeled conspiracy theorists and hoarders forever. That word, hoarders, we are not friggin' hoarders. But I understand why she used that word, because that's what we are looked at as. And I'll never understand that. If we were really hoarders, our homes would be in complete and total disarray. You've watched that show on TV, Hoarders, right? Where they've got literally infestations and stuff like that. Now you walk into my home and I have OCD with cleaning, darn it. You know what I mean? I have one bedroom that is an entire pantry. With the exception, I have the bed in there because, you know, the kids sleep in there when they're here on the weekends and all. And then the other room is set up for the pet pantry. We are not hoarders. A lot of us practice clean living. So please tell me, if you were to walk in my front door, or if I were to walk in your front door, how we are deemed as hoarders. Why? Because we don't want to starve? I don't want my husband to starve, my children to starve, my 7-year-old who is on the same spectrum as Down syndrome, but he has Williams syndrome. I don't want him to starve. Well, excuse me, Mr. Big Government. Are you going to feed my 7-year-old? I don't think so. That is my job. Please excuse me for getting loud. But I get upset. So I'll go on. I would gladly take the labels given to me and all of the people telling me I'm crazy to make sure that my family does not starve. I'm no longer going to use the word hungry. It's now the word starve in its place. I urge everyone else to start doing the same. Let's call it what it is. Starvation. I love you and thank you for the difference you make in every single day. Much love. I love you. And I love every single person in this damn community. You guys are amazing. You're all my family. We are close-knit here. So, before I go, this email came in and she said, I have made an effort to do at least one thing for prepping every day, and it's really paying off. I have been wanting a second dehydrator because the one I have is older and doesn't allow me to choose the temp. So it's not great for a lot of things. The cheapest one I could find has decent reviews was $100. I started looking on Facebook Marketplace and found one that was practically brand new for $35. I also got an electric pressure canner for $35 from Facebook Marketplace as well. It pays to be patient. Yes, it does. Today I am dehydrating eggs because I saw a video on how to do it from Rose Red. Yeah, she's awesome. I can't have chickens where I live, so I'm planning for egg shortages with dehydrating is my next best option. Yeah, that is a really great idea, honey. I was able to fit 3 dozen eggs in the new dehydrator so that it will be a good start for my baking needs. Yes, the eggs will need to be cooked because of possible salmonella. Well, that's how you're supposed to do it anyway. but that doesn't differ from how I use fresh eggs. So I think it will be a win. Once I get them powdered, I will vacuum seal them in mason jars, use brake bleeder and food saver canning jar attachment. We have no choice but to look out for ourselves. Keep prepping, everyone. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. Never stop. And as always, fear less. Ciao.